I doubt you'll ever see this again in football. All 11 players were right in front of the goal, and the crazy part is that this strategy actually worked. Don't ask me how, but these guys managed to tie their shoelaces in the middle of the game. This striker is so unlucky. He scored 2 amazing goals in one game, and both of them were called offside. Now check out what happened with Romero, the goalkeeper for the Argentine national team. During a penalty shootout, he made this incredible save. But that's not even the craziest part. Look where the ball ended up. That was super close. But the one who really made history was Alisson. Many times goalkeepers go up to the box when the game is nearing the end. But so far, the only one I've seen score a goal is Alisson.
Unbelievable! The big Brazilian stopper has only gone forward and scored a header with the last touch of the game!
And that doesn't even compare to this amazing goal scored by a goalkeeper in an international match. The guy pulled off a bicycle kick that was nicer than what a lot of strikers can do. Neuer conceded one of the most unbelievable goals in history. After the goalkeeper headed that ball away, he didn't expect what happened next.
Absolutely amazing! Stankovic with an extraordinary goal!
Cristiano Ronaldo scored the most impossible goal in the Champions League.
Que lhe chama de bicicleta, minha nossa! Minha nossa!
But some say that the most impossible goal in the Champions League was this beauty by Zidane. And the best part is that it happened in a final. Another incredible goal in the Champions League final was this one by Mandzukic. So, which one was the most beautiful? Going back to Cristiano Ronaldo, another impossible goal that the superstar scored was this one. He jumped almost twice the height of the defender. In a Manchester United match, a fan of Cristiano Ronaldo did something impossible. Garnacho has always made it clear how much he loves CR7, and he managed to score a goal that was almost identical to his idols.
Without compromise!
The master of doing impossible things on the field is Ibrahimovic. Check out this goal he scored while playing for LA Galaxy. For Sweden, he scored this amazing goal. A bicycle kick from outside the box, and he even lobbed the goalkeeper. And he wasn't playing against just any team. Ibra made this beauty against England. Another amazing goal by the striker for Sweden was this back heel shot.
The goalkeeper hasn't got this, got in! It's Ibrahimovic! Sweden are level!
Now check out this taekwondo kick on the ball to score another beauty, this time for Paris Saint-Germain. Ibra was also the only player in history to turn a kick from the opposing goalkeeper into an assist for a goal. Another player who scored some impossible goals was Roberto Carlos. He's known for having the most powerful shot in football, and this goal for the Brazilian national team proves it.
Dear, I don't believe it! What a goal we have just seen from Roberto!
The curve that the ball took is just unreal. Another amazing goal that's quite similar to this one was scored by this guy. Check out the curve that the ball took. But the most impressive part isn't even this goal. This kid scored 4 goals in the same match and tied the game for Liverpool. But Lewandowski did something even more incredible. In just 9 minutes on the field, the Polish striker managed to score 5 goals. That's so impossible that he set some world records. To give you an idea of how crazy this feat is, Messi also scored 5 goals in a match, but it took him a lot longer than 9 minutes. This happened in a Champions League match against Bayer Leverkusen. Even so, he still holds the record for the most goals scored in a Champions League game. If someone asks you what the most beautiful lob goal you've ever seen was, just say it was this one. And the best part is that you can see it was intentional, since he noticed the goalkeeper was off his line before he shot. But you can't talk about impossible goals without mentioning Lionel Messi. That dribble against Boateng will go down in history forever.
Sold Jerome Boateng down the river.
Another player who pulled off impossible plays on the field was Ronaldinho Gaúcho, like the day he nutmegged 3 players in the same play. Well, something like that was only possible for Pelé, who, against Juventus, pulled off 4 nutmegs and scored one of the most beautiful goals in history. Unfortunately, there isn't a recording of that goal, but it became so famous that it was recreated by computer. This is the most beautiful and unlikely header goal in history, and the best part is that it happened during the World Cup. This goalkeeper did what Neuer couldn't. Check out this amazing header save. And to top it all off, he saved the goal once again right after that. Speaking of free kick goals, this one alone could make our list of impossible plays. But what's even more incredible is what happened during the celebration. Something similar happened to Borussia Dortmund. Bellingham literally caught a cup in mid-air and even managed to take a sip of the drink during the celebration. Going back to free kicks, this team came up with an impossible strategy that somehow worked. They all ran before the kick to put the opposing players in an offside position. Simply genius. This is the most impossible throw-in ever, and the best part is that the play resulted in a beautiful goal. This has to be the unluckiest player in history. First, he had a goal called off for being offside. So far, so good. But right after the free kick for the offside, the impossible happened. The goalkeeper kicked the ball right to the striker's feet, and he scored again. But once again, it was disallowed. This time because the goalkeeper touched the ball twice, which is against the rules. Speaking of bad luck, this guy managed to score a goal, but he paid a heavy price for it. It was so bad that he had to put a cast on those areas. Batshuayi pulled off the feat of hitting the ball right in his own face. On that day, it was Liverpool's turn to be unlucky. In an important match against Manchester City, they hit the post, and to make things worse, when everyone thought the ball had gone in, VAR came in to show it wasn't a goal. What are the odds of that happening? Liverpool has had its lucky moments, especially when they scored the most improbable goal in Premier League history. This was the easiest goal of Mbappe's career. After the goalkeeper grabbed the ball, he completely forgot about the striker and just dropped the ball on the ground. What a blunder. Neymar managed to get a foul from the linesman. After the corner kick, check out what happened. But this other team wasn't as lucky and ended up conceding a penalty in the most impossible way. Now, talking about a goalkeeper who literally performed a miracle, look at the save Ter Stegen made against Bayern Munich. Simply sensational. This defender made history with these 2 unbelievable saves. Kimpembe was injured and left alone against 4 attackers. And what did he do? One of the most impossible plays ever. But in this Champions League game, it was PSG who suffered from a historic moment by a defender. Check out how this guy cleared a goal from Mbappe off the line. But none of these guys can top Oblak. The Atletico de Madrid goalkeeper showed why he's one of the best in the world with this amazing sequence of saves. Well, actually, maybe one goalkeeper could outdo him. Check out what this guy did in Serie A. Even the players on the field couldn't believe what they saw. This player was sent off twice. First, he got a second yellow card for that foul. Then, the referee was called to review the play on VAR and realized he made a mistake. So, he called the player back, took back the yellow, and gave him a straight red. Go figure, right? What happened in this game is going to surprise you. When an Aston Villa player went down on the pitch in pain, the opposing players from Leeds just kept going and scored a goal. A huge commotion started because the Villa players thought their opponents acted in bad faith. In the end, the Leeds coach made his players perform the biggest act of fair play ever. They simply let Aston Villa score to even the match again. Incredible. This player could read minds. Mascherano knew exactly where his opponent was going to take the penalty kick. This goalkeeper has the strongest arm in the world. Check out the throw he made that put his team on the attack. But this other goalkeeper did something even more impossible. He scored a goal from over 100 meters away. And on top of that, he set the record for the longest goal in history. Cristiano Ronaldo did something similar, but from 35 yards out and in a much cooler way. Can someone explain to me what happened here? Well, speaking of things that can't be explained, tell me, which of these was the worst miss in history? Was it the guy who literally tripped on the ball? The striker who even managed to dribble past the goalkeeper but couldn't score? Or the one who received the ball literally right in front of the goal? While you head to the comments down below to say which of these strikers embarrassed themselves the most, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And speaking of that last striker, he managed to do something even more impossible than missing a goal right in front of the net. He missed 2 goals in the same way. Do you know why Sterling was sold by Manchester City? Probably because of that impossible miss. And this player just blew up a ball with his shot. This goal is almost impossible to pull off. It's the famous Olympic goal. Petkovic, a former Real Madrid player, was a specialist at this, scoring 3 of them in the same season. But Rooney managed to score an even more incredible goal than that. The superstar's shot came from over 50 meters away.
Rooney sees Roel! Oh! It's in the net! Oh!
But nothing compares to this free kick from way downtown. Now, this goalkeeper needed all the luck in the world. After saving a penalty, the ball hit the same post 3 times. This referee did something impossible, at least according to the rules of football. He simply ended the match with 5 minutes left on the clock. But that's not even the worst part. He realized his mistake and reversed it. Then, sometime later, when the 90 minutes still hadn't been completed, he blew the whistle to end the game again. Something similar happened to Cristiano Ronaldo during the Champions League. He clearly suffered a penalty at the end of the game, but instead of calling for the penalty, the referee just blew the whistle to end the match. This goalkeeper made a simply unbelievable header save. Ronald Koeman did something incredible as the coach of the Netherlands. He wrote instructions on a piece of paper and asked it to pass to Van Dijk. The instructions were for the defender to go up to attack and play as a striker. And the worst part is that it worked. Check out the beautiful goal he scored.
Still now. It comes off the crossbar from Babel, and there is Virgil van Dijk. Task of heading the ball.
Speaking of defenders scoring impossible goals, Sergio Ramos is going to surprise you. In the 2014 Champions League final, the match was between Real Madrid and Atletico de Madrid. The Merengues were losing until the 93rd minute, when Sergio Ramos did the impossible. That goal not only tied the game, but also gave Real Madrid the momentum to score 3 more in extra time and win the title. Darwin Núñez took advantage of the goalkeeper's mistake to score a goal. It wasn't as beautiful as Ibrahimovic's, but it was still a fantastic goal. Mertens did something simply incredible. He needed just 8 seconds on the field to score a goal. And speaking of substitutions, something bizarre happened in this game. A player was subbed off just 15 seconds into the match. This was the most incredible save in history. Not only did he clear the ball, but the guy also managed to dive backward to save the goal. In this match between Orlando City and New York City, the impossible happened. They were in the last penalty kick, and the goalkeeper had to save it for them to win the game. And he actually did. But since he had both feet off the line, the save was disallowed. And to make matters worse, the goalkeeper was sent off for arguing with the referee. That's when this player put on the gloves and went to goal. Even the fans had given up on the game when this guy did that. Yep, he managed to save it. His opponent probably underestimated him so much that he just took a shot without thinking and paid the price. This is the most improbable penalty in football. The ball hadn't even gone out of play when the defender picked it up with his hands. He probably thought he could trick the referee and get a goal kick, but he messed up because the penalty was given. Speaking of unbelievable moments, click on the video that's appearing on your screen right now to see what happens when the referee interferes with a goal.